Once upon a time, this country was nice. But that was before party politics. People used to work hard and sacrifice. And then came them parties into the mix. Indians and Africans used to live side by side. But party politics changed all of that. And now that racism is like a rising tide. We want to blame Selwyn, Kojo and Sat. Calypsonians put party before profession, leaving their integrity on the shelf. That's why I could only come to one conclusion. Whenever I venture to ask myself, will we ever be a developed country? Hey, time will tell. Time will tell. Will this really happen by 2020? Time will tell. Time will tell. Will there ever be an honest election? Time will tell. Time will tell. Will we consumers ever get protection? Time will tell. Time will tell. Will we ever be independent or have an ex-Indian government? Will we ever see Basdio Pandey as Prime Minister again one day? Will we hear Steel Band and Calypso playing right through on the radio? Will we ever see Baka in a cell? Only time will tell. Time will tell. Time will tell. Only time will tell. I really don't care who run the country. I don't care. Although I know that may sound strange to you. It could be PNM or UNC. As long as they do what they ought to do. You could be from Lavanti or from Caroni. Once you're moving right, I will support you. Just don't come to me with the nigger and coolie, because I believe this for that gone through. Piracy killing the recording industry. DJs on the radio have us in pain. Foreign music assaulting my community. So I answering the question again. Will we ever see soca win a Grammy? Time will tell. Time will tell. Will there be a Calypso crunk for crazy? Time will tell. Time will tell. Will we ever appreciate Calypso? Time will tell. Time will tell. Will there be a home for Weep and Trinbago? Time will tell. Time will tell. Will Chucky go up for the crown again? Or will he decide it's time to refrain? Will Brother Resistance convince to go? What he rendering is a Calypso. Will Calypso tend to see a brighter dawn? And next year nobody in sing bout horn. Will Shadow bring back the bassman from hell? Only time will tell. Time will tell. Time will tell. Only time will tell. as blessed La Trinity. TNT, at that time something was on the Red House. With its removal, unfortunately, came attempted coup and election grouse. Seems to me that nowadays people like it so, because when they voting, that is the choice. Cost of living increasing anywhere you go, yet you hardly hear a dissenting voice. Gerrymandering and civil disobedience, bandied as rhetorical suggestions. When I look around and study this circumstance, I just have to answer my own questions. Will things ever get better in the future? Time will tell. Time will tell. Will we be a great success or a failure? Time will tell. Time will tell. Will we ever join our next federation? Time will tell. Time will tell. Will Tobago get more cooperation? Time will tell. Time will tell. Will Trinidad be peaceful once more, or will we end up in civil war? Will racial differences escalate into a state of conflict and hate? Will we ever catch the kidnappers or incarcerate them drug pushers for all the nastiness that they sell? Only time will tell. Time will tell. Time will tell. Only time will tell. So many questions, only one answer. One answer. We find ourselves in a quandary, because this country is an enigma. When I look at it politically, people see themselves as Indians and African. Sometimes I just have to ask myself why. If they are true citizens of our nation, they're trying to perpetuate a lie, as it is today in our society. No one knows what will happen tomorrow. The old people say that what is to be will be. That's why I just answer my question. So, will we ever stop the crime rate from rising? Time will tell. Time will tell. Will there ever be a tribal downsizing? Time will tell. Time will tell. Will we ever see a real revolution? Time will tell. Time will tell. Will we ever come up with a solution? Time will tell. Time will tell. Will we always have natural gas and oil, or will we completely exhaust the soil? Will flowers and trees continue to grow all over the countryside as we know? Will we ever dispense with sugar cane, or will Caroni raise its head again? Will we ever see Biwi doing well? Only time will tell. Time will tell. Time will tell.